Hey guys, this is Snack Attack 8, and welcome to the first part of my long put-off 500 subscriber special, wherein, if you don't remember, which I don't really expect to because it was so long ago, I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and you did, and so now I'm going to answer them. With some Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz in the background. Which I decided to do instead of just showing my face, just because I thought, since these videos are probably going to be a little bit long, I don't want to just be sitting in front of the camera the whole time and just looking awkward and not knowing where to look and whatnot. And I just thought this would be more interesting. I picked a game that I hope that can be a little bit more entertaining, but you don't have to put your direct focus on, so you can still listen to the questions. But yeah, so how this is going to work is I'm going to do, I think maybe 2 people per video. Every person, or most people, asked 5 questions. So I think I'm just going to do 2 in this one, and we'll see how long it turns out. Alright, so yeah, so let's start this off. The first 5 questions I'm going to be answering are from Turnipsbro Radish, who is a buddy of mine here on YouTube. The first question he asks is, what were your influences to start Let's Playing? Now, this is probably going to be a longer answer, because this was really sort of a very long and winding road, how I got into Let's Plays. And I don't know if I've ever actually told this story in a video, which I think is kind of cool. So it all started when I was looking for gameplay videos of the game Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which, turned out to be a mediocre game, in my opinion, but what came out of that was far greater. So I was, looking around YouTube for those, and I couldn't really find too many of good quality, and I stumbled upon a Let's Play of the game by a Let's Player who I never really subscribed to, so I'm not entirely sure of the name, but I think it was Shadow145 something. It was like Shadow and then a bunch of numbers at the end, and he was doing a Let's Play of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So I was watching his videos, and I think it's weird to say this, and I've never heard another LPer say this, but when I first discovered Let's Plays, I didn't really like them. Because I wasn't looking for them, I was looking for gameplay footage. And I almost thought it was annoying that I kept finding these videos, these people talking over what I wanted to see. But since the videos he was making were of pretty good quality, I watched them, and I watched a couple, or 5 or 6 of his videos, and I started to get a little bit more entertained by them, but not enough that I'd really want to keep watching or subscribe or anything. But in the last one of his that I watched, he shouted out a guy named Cypheron48, who was doing a Let's Play of Banjo-Tooie, and I felt intrigued, as in I wanted to see how someone could do a Let's Play of a game that I had already played, and because I hadn't played Nuts and Bolts, and I was kind of just watching that for the commentary, for the footage. But I thought it was interesting to see what someone else's take on it would be of a game that I had played. So I went over to his channel to check him out, and I watched a couple of his videos, and it was sort of in the way that I was like, okay, I'll watch this one, and then I watched his first one, and then I was like, alright, I'll just watch one more. And then it was one more, and one more, and one more, and then I had finished the LP. In no time. I think I did it in a weekend, the whole thing. And by that time, I was in love with Let's Plays. I thought they were awesome. And I was thinking about what games I could do on my own. But I didn't actually start them for a really long time. And there were other people who inspired me, apart from Cypheron, like Durden77, Griffin Lobster, Dark-Minded Sith, and Odinspec33. Those are a lot of the people that I watched before I actually started doing my own Let's Plays. And so yeah, that's kind of how it came to be, which is a really weird, roundabout way, but it kind of is for everyone. Alright, so the next question is, what is your favorite snack to attack 8 times? I see what you did there, sir. My favorite snack is probably spicy nacho flavored Doritos, but I don't think I would want to attack those 8 times because they're pointy, and if I punched one, it would probably hurt me. So I'm going to say watermelons, because not only are they a delicious snack, if you break them and smash them, it looks really intense and really badass. So I would love to attack 8 watermelons and just smash them up and be really cool. Alright, next question is, if you had to choose one one game to play on an island, what would it be? If I had to choose one game to play on an island, it would probably be The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, which, though it is a finite game, the game does end. There's a limited amount of stuff you can do. It really seems endless, especially towards the beginning. And there's so much content in that I think I would be able to replay it over and over. And the environments are nice, and in Wind Waker, I just have fun sometimes just running around an island and cutting grass. And just looking out at the sea and stuff. Plus, in that game you are on islands and you do sail off them, so maybe like it would inspire me to build my own boat, or like build my own King of Red Lions and sail away from my deserted island that I'm on. So yeah, probably Wind Waker. Some other good ones I guess would be Animal Crossing or like Harvest Moon, because those games never really end. But you said just one, so that is the one. Is there any video game character you can personally relate to? Now, this is a tough question. It's a really good question, but I don't really have a answer entirely for it. I feel like it's pretty easy to relate to most video game characters in the games that you like anyway, because if you don't like the character, why are you even playing it in the first place? But there's not one that I would say I entirely relate to. I think I relate to a lot of them in some way or other. But there's not really, I don't think there's really one video game character that perfectly, I just completely related to on all levels. I think one that I really feel connected to above others would be Ness from Earthbound. And it's weird because he doesn't really have any outstanding characteristics, and he doesn't even really talk. He's a mute protagonist. So, but because of that, it's like, I sort of saw myself in Ness. And I think Earthbound actually has that effect on a lot of people. But so yeah, so I think since I projected myself onto that character, that I was able to relate to him in a couple, or in a lot of ways. Which is a weird answer to a really good question, so I'm sorry I didn't have a better one. His next question, and final question, is if you were not recording LPs or at school studying for midterm exams, what would you be doing on a Wednesday afternoon at about 1:23 p.m.? Well, it's actually close to 1:30 right now, so maybe recording answers for my 500 subscriber update. Which, no, that's not a good answer. At 1:23 p.m., I don't know, eating lunch, hanging out with my friend's girlfriend, defending the city of Gotham from the forces of evil, I don't know, doing cartwheels, I don't know, anything, really. I could be doing anything. The world is my oyster at 1:23 p.m. Alright, so that's the end of Turnip's questions. Thank you, buddy, for asking those. I can't talk today. Next question set, and the last one I'm going to do in this video, is by McFeely 2.0. First, he says, congrats on 500 subs, so thank you. And his first question is, what's your favorite question to ask people for this type of special? Now, I actually do have a favorite question to ask people for this type of special. There's one I like to ask regarding whether or not they apply soap before or after they wet their hands while washing them. And the reason I like to ask this is, one, just because it's a completely weird question to ask, and the stupidest question ever. But two is actually because when I was a kid, everyone made fun of me for putting soap on my hands after I'd already wet them in the sink. And because apparently just none of my friends did it that way, and I always thought that seemed like the most backwards way ever. Like, why would you put soap on your dry hands when they're not even pre-cleaned yet? It's like, and I don't know. So I think half of the reason I ask that question is because I always hope the person who's answering it is going to be on my side. It's sort of a personal vendetta from my childhood that I want everyone's opinion on for some reason. But I don't always ask that question. But I usually will try to throw in at least one really bizarre question whenever I do this type of stuff, just because I think it's silly to watch the person responding answer them. So yeah. What was the last kind of pie you had, savory or sweet? I eat a lot of pie, so this is a tough question. I think the last type of pie I had was probably sweet, and I think it was pecan pie, which is one of my favorite pies. And I'm pretty sure I ate that in the dining hall, because that's like the one good pie they had, and I'm pretty sure I've had that in the time that... I don't think I've had another pie in the time that's passed since this question was asked. So that one. But I also had some really good savory pies, like meat pies and stuff, when I was in Scotland and England, and those were just awesome. Like any kind of pie, really. I like pie. All right. Do you like to dance, and if so, can you, Dougie / would you do so on camera? I do like to dance. I'm terrible at it, but it's a lot of fun, just because you can be so stupid and just, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to Dougie on camera, half because this is a gameplay video, and I would have to like cut to me Dougieing, and half because I would want to use the song actually while dancing it, and that's copyrighted, and I wouldn't want to get in trouble for that. But I can't promise any Dougieing in the future, but you might see me do a little bit of dancing in some other kind of update video or something. So no to the second part of that question, but maybe someday. His next question is, breasts, butts, or legs, your favorite cut of meat? You sly dog. Okay. Since you said favorite cut of meat, I'm gonna have to go outside the realm of your question and say wings, because buffalo chicken wings are like my favorite type of meat. It's my favorite meat-based food. But I don't know if that's entirely the question you were implying. So to answer your implied question, I would say that I am a boob guy. Which, yes, I'm sorry, I know, I'm that guy, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Okay. The last question is, what is the theme song to your life, and why? So if I had to pick one theme song for my life, I would pick the song One Life by the band The Pillows, this is a weird answer because it's actually a Japanese band. They did the music for the anime Fooly Cooly, among other things. And the reason I would pick that is just because it's a really just mellow, relaxing song, and it works and it fits really well with just walking around or, you know, hanging around, talking. Like the scene in that anime series Fooly Cooly in which it plays, the characters are just kind of sitting around and talking and just on the grass and stuff, and I don't know, I think it would fit with a lot of everyday situations. So I would pick that. Sexy and I Know It by LMFAO comes in a very close second, because obviously, I mean, come on. And oh, look at I, look at his face, he's so happy. He looks so cute. I just turned into NCS, didn't I? But okay. But yeah, so that's the end of McFeely 2.0's questions. Thank you and Turnips Row Radish both for asking me those questions. I had fun answering them. I'm gonna try to speed through this. Ooh, let's put my name in. Put in good old Snacky. I'm gonna try to get through these pretty fast. I'm gonna try to get these videos up just because I feel bad that it's taken me so long to do the responses to this special. But yeah, so that'll be the end of this video. We're gonna finish putting my high score name in here. I don't know why I never finished these levels. Because if you saw, like, they weren't beat, were they? I don't know. I never really got around to this game, but it was a lot of fun playing it for this. But yeah, so in the next video, guys, we'll answer some more questions. I'm going to try to keep them all about this length, which is around 15 minutes. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in that video. And thank you all for asking the questions. I can tell I'm going to have a lot of fun answering them all. And yeah, so see you then, guys.